Before I can finish, she cuts me off and she's like, well, if you can't do your job, can one of these guys do it? Because I didn't put a passcode on this. I've learned over the years that it is not worth arguing with people who have convinced themselves that they didn't put a passcode on their phone. You did, because you have to put it in twice, okay? You put it in once and it says, put this in again. And if you forget it, at the bottom, it says you will have to reset this phone. No one in the history of the universe has ever broken into your house and put a passcode on your phone in the middle of the night. Although if I was trying to convince you were schizophrenic, that might be the first thing I do. I look at her and I'm like, that's not a thing that we can do at a store level. That's not a thing that anybody can do at a store level unless you go to like an Apple store, which the nearest one is 600 miles away. You're more than welcome to make that drive and see if they can help you, but we can't do anything here. At this point, she rolls her eyes. She's like, you're just like the people on the phone. They told me there was nothing they can do. Why isn't there anybody that can help me with this? I didn't even do this. And you know what? I appreciate that she doubled down, because why would you back off a good argument when you've been confronted with the facts? Learned anything from the politicians in our country, you just double down and get louder. I'm really not in the mood to argue with an old lady today. She was my first customer. She got in the store 15 seconds after we opened, and I was not ready for a fight. Conveniently, by this point, she'd already put in her passcode wrong so many times that it was 20 hours that she had to wait before she could touch anything on the phone again. So I was like, hey, it doesn't matter. Even if we could help you, we'd have to wait this 20 hours. Now, the unfortunate part is what she heard is, I can help you after 20 hours. She looks at me and she's like, okay, so I come back after 20 hours and then you fix it for me. No, you can call Apple and they might be able to reset things for you, but we have no control over any of that. Not even the FBI could get into your phone. Now, as she does, she only listened to one word that I said, which was FBI. I guess it's an acronym. And she says, oh, why would the FBI want to get in my phone? Because she's crazy. We're not getting anywhere, so I lean into it. I'm like, you know how the FBI gets into your phone like once a month and they scan through all your messages to make sure there's nothing illegal? Her jaw hit the counter. Because what do you mean? They can't do that. That's against all of the laws. Yes, all of the laws. Yeah, I mean, they do it once a month. As long as you don't have anything bad in there, it'll be totally fine. You don't have anything bad in there, do you? I watched this lady as she mentally tried to go through the Rolodex of conversations in her brain, having no access to her phone, so now she can't look it up either. Like, all right, sweetie, I will help you out, okay? I will do you a solid. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm going to get you the number for Apple Tech Support. You're going to go home. You're going to call them immediately, and you're going to tell them that you locked yourself out of your phone, okay? You're not going to get help from anybody else, because if you do, you don't know what they could find. You're only going to go through Apple. Like this, she's bought in, okay? Matching crazy with crazy works every time. She's like, okay, all right, I'm going to call Apple, and then I'm going to tell them I locked myself out of my phone. I'm only going to go through, okay, I got it. Remember, you cannot get help from anybody else. She's like, okay, I can't get help from anybody else. Find the number for AppleCare, I give it to her, and she heads out. Turns out sometimes all you got to do is match their level of crazy, and they'll listen to what you said in the first place.